Walking through this suburb down here, suburb of Seoul. It's one of these things where I call this downtown, but there is no real downtown in Seoul because every subway station basically has its own downtown, and this happens to just be one area near a subway station. I mean, you can call it downtown if you want. It's not really downtown. But the thing is, there's so many subway stations, and they all have this. I mean, I'm from Canada, and this would be called downtown in Canada. But this is just. I mean, if you called this downtown, there'd be 500 downtowns in Seoul. But this is literally in a suburb of Seoul, and like. It's massive, and you can see like the wall, what it looks like. It's crazy. I'm trying to cross the street here. There's always tons of people crossing this street. Get over here before this car hits me. Like, it's so loud. This is always a busy intersection here. It's kind of an area full of high school students that you can see. Here, we'll cross the street, go through all these people. Probably all gonna wonder what I'm doing here. I guess tons of people here. Like I said, if you're just joining me, this would be called downtown in my hometown. But this is pretty much nothing. There's probably 500 of these all across Seoul. Just happens to be a subway station just nearby. And obviously, any real estate near subway stations is very expensive, and they pack the area very tight because there's so many people near a subway station. But look at this. I want to walk just a little farther here because there's this really cool arcade. It's always filled with people. I probably won't be allowed in because I don't think they allow filming in the arcade, but we'll see. We'll see how far I get. To me, this looks so cool. I don't know about you. If you're from Asia, maybe this doesn't look cool, but to me, this looks so cool. Like the infinite amount of signs, or the uncountable number of signs hanging from these businesses. It's actually a public holiday in Korea. It's the day that everybody's voting. Every time there's a big vote, it's a public holiday, and everybody's off today. So all these kids aren't at school. You probably catch this guy punch. They're trying to show off to his friends here. He's punching in that punching bag. This is arcade. I don't know. I can't really go in because I don't know if I'm allowed to film in there, but it's a really cool arcade. I gotta run back. My wife and I were having lunch. Or a late lunch, I guess. It's 3:30 maybe right now. I don't know exactly, but I know this area is really cool, so I thought I'll walk down it and do a live stream. Somebody just asked where it is. It's a downtown. I guess you'd call it a doshim, but doshim doesn't really work in Korea for some reason because there is no real downtown. But this is actually it's actually called Jungang Station. It's on line 4. It's really, really, really far south. It's actually in a city called Ansan. It's not even a city called Seoul. There's a suburb of Seoul called Ansan. And this is just one sort of subway station that serves the city of Ansan. And I guess you'd call the area Jungang Dong, Jungang neighborhood. But it's huge. It's sort of like the downtown of this suburb, I guess you'd say. But I could go to the next subway station over and it would look very similar to this. But this place is kind of popular. I don't know if you can see, but amongst younger people, there's always really, really young people walking around here. Gotta cross the street again. And the street, I love this street because it's one of these things where as soon as you cross, there's like so many people. It's nowhere near Itaewon actually. Itaewon it'd probably take you 2 hours to get to Itaewon from here. You'd have to transfer a bunch of times and take a subway. Just public transportation would take you about, a couple hours maybe from Itaewon. I don't really go to Itaewon. Too many foreigners there, that's what I say. And people say, well, you're a foreigner. I know, but I didn't come to Korea to hang out with foreigners. Here's this street here. When I cross, there's lots of people. You can see there's sort of like a little food thing there. I'll see if I can they're selling hot dogs. Speaking of foreigners, their Korean version of hot dogs. They're up here, hold on a second. Oh, almost got clotheslined. They're selling there. That's kind of cool. I don't know if she liked that. I gotta run back to my wife, but you can see me do this quickly here. The final bunch of signs as we run back. Almost got hit by the car. Look at this wall of signs. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like it'd be like illegal in Canada. I don't know why, but I don't know why it would be illegal, but you literally never see a building just completely filled with signs like that. And again, maybe that's not special, but to me, coming from Canada where you don't really ever see that, it's so cool. It's windy. I'll go back again. Just a big, big, big wall of madness. Try to find the one place that you want. That's one of the things that's really cool about Korea is, like, there's a bunch of apartments that are right next door, or not next door, but are just, they're building apartments right there. But like literally anything that you could possibly want or need, there's all the construction there. Literally anything that you could possibly want or need would be like within a walking distance, even though there's all these cars. I don't know why people drive so much in Seoul. There's nowhere to park. I love the famous saying, nobody ever drives in Seoul because there's too much traffic. Kind of funny if you think about it, but it's true. Like, I would never drive in Seoul. There's way too much traffic. So I'd almost say nobody ever drives. Anyways, I'm back to where my wife is waiting for me, having dinner. I'm gonna finish this live stream, but I want to thank you if you've been watching my tour of Jungang Station, or the Jungang area, Jungang neighborhood, downtown Jungang Dong. Speaking of Americans, or speaking of foreigners, and speaking of stuff like that. There's a McDonald's and a Pizza Hut. All right, everybody, thanks for watching.